Hi Taurus, how are we today? Just doing our weekly reading. This week we're actually doing the monthly reading, so looking ahead at July, seeing what is going on for you. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that support. Every single like and subscribe and comment, it really does help the channel. Being such a small, non-monetized channel, it really means the world to me, so thank you. This week I've got the I Don't Care Oracle. I'm also using the Love Angels Oracle, and the Lenormand deck I have this week. We have the Slavic Folklore Lenormand. So getting into it for you, Taurus, I do apologize for any sniffing or coughing or anything like that. I have some sinus issues that are ongoing, so it's a constant drama, especially being winter here in Australia. Okay, splitting the month, start, middle, end. What's going on for Taurus? Taurus, what's going on for Taurus in July? Start, middle, and end of July for Taurus. Okay, deck not wanting to shuffle for you today, Taurus. Okay. Okay, so picking up, I have nearly every single card I've pulled for you has actually come out for other signs already this week as well. So, it's like a gigantic deck here, and we're picking out the exact same energies that we've seen for some of the other signs. So you may find some extra information from your moon sign, your rising sign, those sorts of things at the moment, because we are seeing heavily influenced with other placements, maybe affecting you at the moment as well, Taurus. Starting the month off, we do have no justification needed. Okay, not needing to explain yourself to anyone. I feel like for some of you here, it's also no justification needed if you relapse with your own behaviors as well, because we are also seeing stop repeating the same thing again. Okay, so with that sort of something on repeat here, with your stuff at the start of July here, I feel as though there's this energy of you kind of beating yourself up for doing something or falling into the same old trap, or getting drawn into a drama that you've already gotten yourself out of, repeating some sort of cycle that you're aware of the cycle, but you obviously have not been able to break it. It's come back around again at the start of July here, not needing to justify why you've made that choice to people around you, and to yourself as well, allowing yourself space to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning experience, and you don't need to justify like that beating yourself up sort of energy. I'm feeling like you don't need to justify to yourself that I did it because of not needing to make excuses, just accepting and moving forward. I made a mistake. It may have been the 5th time I've made this mistake, but do you know what? That's okay. I'm going to, deal with it from here and move on. But we will clarify what that's about for you, because I do feel for some of you, they may be two separate situations. And I feel like for some of you, what's actually going on here is repeating the same cycle is actually the fact that you are justifying yourself to others around you, and you're feeling, that I've got to justify, my actions, my behaviors, my words to other people around me, and you can't have been telling yourself, no, I don't need to do this. Oh, bless you. Sorry. Sorry, Taurus. But it's like you're falling back into this pattern of feeling as though you have to, explain yourself to people. Hey, won't be a second. Sorry about that, Taurus. Having a bit of a sneezing fit. But yeah, there's no need to justify yourself to the people around you. And I feel like that's what a lot of you are repeating this cycle where you're feeling as though you have to. Understanding that that's coming from you. These people's opinions and judgments of you, that's on them. You feeling the need to explain yourself to them, that's on you. Okay. But we'll delve into that a little bit here. Taurus, start of July for Taurus, please. Okay, so these two actually came out together. So we have the bird here and the book. All right, so this is having a deeper conversation. I feel like for a lot of you, this is with yourself, having a conversation with yourself, looking at the cycles that you have experienced in the story of your life here, Taurus, learning a little bit more about those cycles and how to, what exactly you're doing, what are your triggers when you're feeling as though you do need to justify yourself to others. How can I, researching, how can I, break that cycle? What can I say? What can I do instead of feeling the need to, constantly justify myself to the people around me? How are other ways that I can deal with that? So I do feel that for a lot of you, it is talking about, really assessing these cycles and learning a little bit more about these cycles that for you yourself, and researching different ways that you can actually try to break those cycles. Time to try something different, I feel here. And it all sort of starts off with, just researching a little bit more into, what has created this cycle within you yourself. Because we do have the Tower here as well, which does talk about the foundation that you've created by with this cycle. That, what is the foundation that this cycle has been created from, or in, that sparks you to react that way, makes you feel as though you need to justify your actions. Like, quite a lot of the time with that sort of a thing, pardon, as a child, you may have had a parent that, every single time something happened, that, your parents sort of demanded an like a strong explanation, and you had to constantly justify, I did this because of this, and that may have been an influence from your childhood, those sorts of things. For others of you, it does just show us, really, really taking time to yourself, solitude, taking some time to yourself, locking yourself up in your tower, so that you can really assess and have this big D&M with yourself about, hang on, what's actually going on here, and really, really looking at those cycles. We also have the ring there, which once again is cycles, and what about these relationships? It does have that influence of relationships as well, but what is it about these relationships that makes you feel the need to justify yourself to these people? Is it because there's something about the relationship, a fear that you'll lose the relationship if you don't justify or, yourself to these people? Really, really examining these cycles and patterns that you've created here with self-justification and whatnot. Okay, so a bit of deep thinking for you at the start of July here, really assessing, where you've been, where you've come from, and how that's affecting the cycles and the patterns, and how to help yourself learn to stop repeating the same things over and over. But we do see in the middle of July here that it is okay to doubt. Okay, it's okay to doubt yourself, but feeling the need to actually go ahead and justify that to others is a different thing altogether. So it's really considering whether this is what message are you trying to actually send here. Rethinking before you actually send the message out. What message are you actually trying to send here? Because what I'm kind of picking up here, Taurus, is that for some of you, the way that you constantly justify your actions, it actually is coming across to other people as insecurity. Okay, so when it's people that you don't know very, very well, or people that may not have your best interests in heart, this may actually be a way that they're taking advantage of you. They're kind of going, well, Taurus always feels the need to justify their own actions, so you know, I can get away with not having to justify my own, because Taurus will take it internally and feel like it's them. You know, and sometimes there is ways that people can sort of manipulate that when they see that in you, that you do constantly justify your actions. Some people do see that as an insecurity, and then they do try to take advantage of that, unfortunately. So it's okay to doubt yourself, but really clearly thinking, you know, why do I feel the need to justify myself to that person? You know, why am I doubting my intentions? Basically, like, because if you're feeling the need to justify an action or a behavior or something you've said to somebody, are you doubting your own intentions? Are you doubting that you even meant that? Or are you, you know, or is it, you know, are you coming up with an excuse, and those sorts of things? So definitely looking closely at this stuff within your own self at the moment here, Taurus. We do also see there's no planet B. Okay, so this is actually a very interesting energy here, because I do feel for some of you, this is coming through as something happening in the middle of July that's giving you this opportunity to really explore your interests when it comes to planetary awareness, when it comes to, you know, protecting animals, protecting the environment. I do feel as though this is a standalone thing. I will, you know, sometimes it can refer to there's no planet B, as in there's no backup plan, but I'm not really feeling that. I'll definitely clarify that, because I do feel as though that's completely separate here. So just clarify the there's no planet B energy for Taurus in the middle of July. Yeah, so that definitely is separate. That's a separate message, okay? Just what's generally going on in the middle of July for Taurus? So it may be kind of stemming from similar things, like, and when you're taking the time to really look at these patterns in your life, there may be another issue, you know, coming to light for you just within you yourself, because your general energy for the middle of July, we have the clouds, which does show us you thinking very heavily, you know, thinking very heavily, you know, maybe even overthinking things a little bit, overthinking the way that you deal with things and approach things, but also the stars here. So, you know, you're overthinking the way that you, or like overthinking really, it doesn't really feel like too deeply hurt, like to the point where it's clouding your judgment or anything like that, but it feels like you're really deeply thinking about, hang on, what are my true desires, what are the things I truly wish for in this world? And that, I feel like that in itself, because you're sort of starting off on this tangent from the cycles sort of stuff, and then you're sort of coming in where that gets you thinking about other things. And I feel as though this is you really sort of thinking about your place in the world, and really moving forward into, well, hang on, like, do I have some greater desires here that are not being met? And that maybe is affecting, you know, the way that I do feel the need to justify myself all the time. I just feel like that issue is bringing something up within you where you're really sort of assessing, you know, what is it I truly dream it for and desire in this world, on this planet, for my own life here. Because with that, there's no planet B energy. We do see the fish energy coming through here. So for a lot of you, this definitely may have to do directly with the ocean. We're seeing, you know, the dolphins, the turtles, the ocean imagery on that card. And then we do have the fish card here as well, which is the card of abundance and wealth. But I do feel as though this is you having an abundance of options and an abundant new beginning here, because we have the child as well. So this is like a total refresh, a something brand new, a brand new sort of journey that's or opportunity that's sort of just opening up to you in your life here, Taurus, in the middle of July, where I do feel like for some of you this is straight away I keep getting the same sort of messages over and over here that for some of you, this is a brand new opportunity for you to actually get involved in some sort of animal welfare group or ocean group type thing here, where the environment seems to be very heavily involved with this, and it's like you sort of approaching this with a sense of childlike wonder that this could actually be a lot different to your dreams are on the table here, and you're really sort of assessing that, looking through a childlike eyes, that I really want, I just keep getting this energy of, I want the world to be, such a beautiful place. And, this thing is hurting the world, and, those sorts of things. Like, I am very, very strongly being drawn here to my own sister, who is a Taurus. And she's very muchly like this. And I could definitely see her, getting involved in like dog rescues or, getting out and cleaning the ocean sort of stuff, where they're, cleaning penguins and random things like that. I could definitely picture her doing that. She's always been, very soft-hearted and wanting the best for everyone, the whole world, that sort of a thing. So it's that kind of energy that I'm picking up on here, where you may actually be finding yourself getting involved or getting offered to be involved in something, environmental, and it may actually create a really abundant new beginning for you in your life, where you're going to get a lot from doing this. This is actually, I am picking up that, for those of you where this does come up during the month of July, that it's a really good opportunity for you here. And it's a brand new beginning, a way for you to look at the world in a totally different way, and, bring around a bit of change too. I feel with that child energy that, you can have fun with it. You can be playful with it and really get some stuff done. Turn this into something really abundant for yourself and for the world in general. So for those of you where that's of interest to you, definitely chase those sorts of things up this month. Definitely going to be interesting. But that does feel like a completely separate message to the main bulk of what we're seeing for you today, Taurus. The end of the month, we are seeing stop worrying. Okay, so we see the ostrich with his head in the sand here. Stop worrying. So it's like, instead of looking around and worrying about every little thing going on around you, put your head in the sand a little bit, Taurus. There's no need to, worry so much about everything. I feel that the need for you to just really focus on letting go of whatever's stressing you out at the end of July here, because we also see this is bullshit. Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you here, this is, once again, I'm getting a dual message here, that for some of you, this is coming in with that environmental thing, where you're looking around at the world and you're going, this is bullshit. I need to do something about it. And that's what I'm getting here for the end of July. It's like, stop worrying about it. I'm actually, this is bullshit. I actually want to do something about it, whether it be that environmental thing or just, things going on in your own individual life there. This is bullshit. It's time to make a change. It's time to stop just worrying about it and, be a part of the solution is what I'm kind of getting here for you, Taurus. Clarify the end of July for Taurus. Stirring up change with love in your heart. Okay, we have the heart and then the herald, which is the stork in the traditional deck. So that's literally stirring up change coming from your heart. Okay, bringing your heart out in order to stir up change, doing things in a very loving manner, having unconditional love for the world around you, for yourself, in order to stir up some change, get things moving and changing around you, whether it be in your own life or, the world as a whole, something to do with the environment for some of you here. But it may just be the environment directly around you. So for some of you, it may just be, tidying up your environment, tidying up your house, your backyard, those sorts of things as well. Okay, so if you're not the sort of person to, go out and clean penguins, go out and clean, the backyard or clean your environment, go and clean up those clothes, that pile of clothes on the floor, whatever that is for you. But I am strongly getting a pull on ocean for a lot of you here. So if you've got an option like that coming up to you, I would probably take it this month. It's going to work out very abundantly for you. Anything else Taurus needs to know in regard to July? Very interesting, because I am picking up to do with that repetitive energy that we saw at the start here. We do have the third party situation card. Other people may be interfering with your relationships and dimming their full potential. So, you know, I'm kind of reading that third party as the need for justification, because that's what I was sort of saying with the whole people perceiving that as like it's coming through as an entirely different entity. The way people are perceiving that, you're doing it out of one reason, right? But the third party situation is other people are affecting that and dimming your full potential by taking that self justification that you're giving and turning that into insecurity coming from you, regardless of whether it is actually coming from insecurity or not. They're dimming your potential, you know, by perceiving that justification stuff in a different way to the truth of why you're doing that. So that's why we're sort of seeing you needing to really assess that. Different paths. You may not be on the same page with the people you have in mind. The directions you want to move into are different. So I do feel, once again, you're really thinking about the directions you want to move into here with the stars, the things that you truly desire in your life. I feel like you're seeing that there's people around you that they're just trying to dim your potential, and they're you know, they're not interested in doing the best thing. They're not interested in being positively intentioned. Your intentions seem to be pure, and you know, you're sitting here wanting to, you know, save the ocean and see the whole world as beautiful. And these people, they're not on that path. They're only interested in their own selfish sort of needs. I'm picking that up straight away here. But you know, don't worry about them anymore, Taurus. Worry about yourself, because you're reaching your goals. All right. Everything you want will manifest in the near future. We do see a lot of abundance in the future for you here, especially when we're, you know, taking this environmentally conscious thing into play. So definitely, you know, jump on that if that's something happening for you in July. But like I said, even if that's just cleaning up, you know, the people that are in your energy, cleaning up the people that are in your life, it's something that needs to happen, because they are on different paths to you here, Taurus. So, and that's perfectly fine, you know. But that's what we have for you today. Like I said at the start, may really help you to check some of your other placements this month, Taurus. But hopefully I'll see you all again soon.